you are here or we're here, we're all here for season 2, episode 15 of Lost in My 40s. This one's called Maternity Leave. It's a Claire episode and it's a me episode. Libby needlessly wears a bra while the rest of us celebrate island girl power and their angry bush fight.
Bush.
How's everybody doing this week?
Hey, how are
Christy?
you?
Oh, good.
Yep.
Great. We're enthused. Yeah. So it seems like we're falling into a pattern now where one of the first things we talk about is current events on these videos. And so this week, I'm just going to talk about how the Republican Party is completely imploding. And the Democrats may actually have a chance to keep the House and Senate in the fall, which seemed a fantasy just a few months ago. So I don't know. I'm trying not to be too excited about it. What do you guys think?
I was just thinking, I'm trying not to be gleeful. You know,
I know.
Never underestimate the power of crudité.
Oh God.
I mean,
All right. How about a joke this week?
Yes.
What did the leper say to the sex worker?
What?
Keep the tip.
Oh God.
Oh.
Oh God.
Ew.
Just the tip. Yep.
Gross.
What
All right.
do you call 10 lepers in a hot tub?
Ew.
Ew.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal?
Oatmeal. Yeah. 10 tips.
Ugh.
If they're male.
Okay, so last week, a couple things, observations I made when listening. Last week, we did bring up the Kurds because we were talking about Iraq.
Cottage cheese.
Yeah, it was Saeed's episode. Not those kind of Kurds. No, but
No way.
Oh, no. I have some facts on the Kurdish people, okay?
They're badasses.
Yeah, there's that. But so they are an Iranian ethnic group native to the mountainous region of Kurdistan in Western Asia, which basically spans across southeastern Turkey, northwestern Iran, northern Iraq, and northern Syria. So they're the 4th largest ethnic group in West Asia after Arabs, Persians, and Turks. What happened to the Kurds, though, is that they did not end up with their own country. After World War I and the defeat of the Ottoman Empire, the Allies, as we know, just
Defeat
drew...
of the Ottoman.
Defeat of the Ottoman!
Defeat of the
Wow.
Oh man, we are good today. They are
Okay.
flying.
I couldn't let that one go.
Unfortunately for the Kurdish people, they did not end up with their own country after the Western powers drew arbitrary and random lines across the Middle East and completely fucked up everything. And so they were promised, actually, in a treaty in 1920, the Treaty of Sèvres, I think is how that's pronounced. But that was broken 3 years later. And so they were left basically an ethnic group without a country of their own. And that is why in last week's episode, in the Gulf War, why they helped us, they took our side because Saddam Hussein had been essentially exterminating them for years. Yeah.
Genocide.
Yes, so those are the Kurdish people, and we have fucked them over more than once ourselves, making
Shocking
promises.
that white Americans would fuck over an ethnic group out of their land.
Yeah, it's hard to even believe that.
Hard,
What
yeah.
a shocker. Yeah.
So also last week I told the story of when my grandparents took my brother and I to the zoo and we saw the tortoises and heard the tortoises fucking. So I have found a YouTube video of tortoises fucking, and you can find the link in the notes of this video and you can see that for yourself. But I also do have a couple tortoise facts because, you know, facts are what I do around here. So the tortoise doesn't have a mating season. As long as they are not hibernating, they are fucking dirty tortoises. And check this out. The female can actually store the male's sperm for years and lay eggs over and over and over using the sperm that is stored inside of her, which I thought was pretty fucking cool. Typically the egg laying season is May to July, and they'll lay 6 to 10 eggs at once, which are the size of ping pong balls. So there's some tortoise facts, and go down to the link and watch the tortoise fucking, because it is kind of great.
Tortoise facts, more like tortoise fucks.
Yeah.
Indeed, that is what that is. All right, so this week, tomorrow, season 2, episode 15. It's a Claire episode and it's a me episode, and in it, Claire goes on a side quest to find a vaccine for her and Aaron. So this week, the question I'm going to ask, I'm being very specific about this so that Ben doesn't annoy the shit out of me to ask for specifications afterwards. If this was you, if you were Claire and everything had happened to you that has happened to Claire on this island, everything is real, do you inject something labeled vaccine into your body? Christy, you're shaking your head. No? Why not?
Nope. We don't even know what the disease is.
Right.
And so often the cure can be worse than the disease. So we literally don't know what the disease is. We haven't seen a single person.
You mean
who
like
has the
COVID?
disease. There are no symptoms. Like what is the fucking vaccine even for?
Right. Okay. So you're a hard no. Ben, you look like you're agreeing with Christy. You were like, no.
Yeah, there's no way. If you need to understand what the illness is. You need to understand what the problem is before you inject yourself, especially stuff that's been sitting on an island for God knows how long.
Well, no, because in the episode it came in the drop. The Dharma drop had a thing of vaccines. That's where Charlie got it from eventually.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. Like, she's looking, they go on the quest to
Yeah.
look for it in the hospital station, but eventually when she takes it, she takes the one that came in the drop.
Yeah. I mean, any sort of pharmaceutical that's dropped with ranch composite is a little iffy. So no, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Okay, so I was thinking, if everything was true, I was leaning toward I might take it and wait to see what happens before I give it to my kid, because I guess my reasoning is, if it came in the drop, it wasn't something random that she found, but if it came in the drop and it appears like this is where Dharma is, these are the supplies they're dropping, why would the vaccine be something that would hurt you if it actually is for the Dharma initiative? Like, I guess that would be where my thinking was, but I can see also how that seems fucking crazy. I certainly would not give it to my kid.
No.
Maybe I would give it to myself. I don't know. Derek, what do you think?
It would be a no as well, just because I hadn't seen any illnesses yet that I would need to take it for. And, again, like Ben said, I wouldn't trust anything that drops with ranch composite.
So that's
or ranch that lasts for like 30 years.
Yeah, like you haven't seen the disease, because really, I mean, he had a fever, or Aaron did, but Jack was like, he's going to be fine. This is normal. The other disease is really just Danielle telling everyone that there was a disease, right?
Danielle
the crew went crazy and she had to kill them all.
Yeah. So, I guess.
And they've been on the island how long by then? What, 30, 40 days?
I think it was 58 or something.
Yeah. Nobody exhibited any symptoms. I feel pretty safe.
Yeah.
From that disease.
Honestly, the people who live on the island, like who were there previously, probably have a much more selective immune system.
Well, sure, right. If they've been there their whole lives,
because they're so secluded that all that they've been exposed to is what's literally on that island. They probably need it more than the airplane people, because
they'll need it from the airplane people, like to be from their diseases.
Exactly.
And their smallpox blankets.
Okay. Oh God.
Yeah.
All right. Those are great answers. Today, our fun question: how often do you cry, and what kind of stuff sets you off? Derek?
Almost never. And the last 2 times I cried was the death of my mother and the death of my father.
Wow. I know you did get your dust in your eyes.
Well, yeah, I get sometimes lately, the past few years, when I watch some certain shows, I might get a little watery eyed. But as far as like full out crying, no. Like where I'm bawling or.
Okay. Christy?
Yeah, full out crying doesn't happen terribly often, but I mean, I get at least teary eyed at least once a week. The other day I watched just a why can't I not a movie premiere or not premiere preview. Yeah, and that got me. It was for I think it's called Call Jane or Calling Jane.
Okay.
And it's
that got you.
Yeah, that got me.
All right, Ben.
Yeah, recently a lot because of our dog passing.
Yeah.
I hadn't cried that much, that often, like blubberingly so, for weeks. But outside of that, I do. It's usually kind of goes with my mood swings. So if I'm really, really down, if I'm in sort of a low, I get weepy. And I do. Huh?
I said, or if I drive you crazy.
Yeah, I can get frustrated.
I've driven you to frustration tears before.
That's true. But I also like Derek said, I can find myself. The older I get, the more softer I find myself getting about like just certain things. Like it doesn't even have to be things that are sad. Sometimes I'll just watch something and I think that's really like it's really beautiful, and it's like, oh, we get a little verklempt,
And then there's me, and I cry all the time about everything, like literally everything.
You're rubbing off on me.
I bet she rubs you off all the time.
Yeah, pretty much everything makes me cry, from a movie preview to, I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to give examples because it really is just everything. I burst into tears all the time. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm mad. I cry when I'm frustrated. I cry when I'm sad. It is like my reaction to nearly everything.
What about during sex?
No, I don't think I've ever cried during sex. Actually, like really good sex or a lot of orgasms will make me laugh, not cry. So yeah, that's not a place that I've done crying.
Yeah, she typically laughs at me.
It's not at you.
I mean, a song could make me cry,
Oh, sure,
yeah, me too.
A commercial could make me cry. Fuck, when I was a kid, the Garfield Halloween episode where Odie got sent to the pound and they were literally taking him to the fucking room to put him to sleep. I was bawling, and I'm like, it's a cartoon. It's Odie, and I mean, of course, like even watching it subsequently, I knew that he was going to be okay, but I still cry every fucking time.
Well, so for me, when I need to cry, like when I feel like all tense and and I just need to cry, I put on Moulin Rouge, and it gets me every time. And
Steel Magnolias and Armageddon are my two go-tos.
Well, Armageddon's another one. Yeah, so I'll just like sing and cry and get it out of me, but that's how I function. So, okay, I am the cry baby of the group. We're almost done here. I want to say I've been, I check our downloads and I see where people are from. And I have noticed we've got a bump in listeners, newbies that are in the beginning of season 1 now over the last couple of weeks. I don't know where you guys came from. I haven't been doing any promoting, but I wanted to thank you, the people who are probably not watching this because you're not in season 2, but when you get here, hey, thanks, we're glad you're around. Next 2 videos, the next 2 weeks, we are going to be recording ahead of time because Derek is going to be in Vegas, so it's going to be kind of like when Ben and I were in Europe. What? Oh, New York. Oh, see,
the Northeast area. Yeah,
I assumed it was Vegas because that's where you always are.
Yeah, it'd be a good guess.
Yeah. Anyway, he's going to be gone. So we're pre-recording a couple of these, but we do have something else coming up with Space Bear Media in about a week. Check it out. The 28th, Sunday, I think is the 28th. And our new podcast, Rings of Power Reacts, is coming out. It's going to be our intro to the pod. We're going to have a bunch of Lord of the Rings facts and talk about what is coming up on Amazon Prime show. So check that out. It's on this channel. If you subscribe here now today, then you'll get a notification. So do that. And then next Tuesday, August 30th, we will be back here for another pre-show. Tomorrow, season 2, episode 15, Libby needlessly wears a bra while we celebrate island girl power and their angry bush. We'll see you then.